There are a lot of people just like me that do not work there anymore.
Tonight, in Failing Our Children, a woman who dedicated 10 years of her life to the embattled State Department of Children's Services tells us why she left DCS.
Now, her defection to the private sector is part of what is now a critical shortage of DCS caseworkers. Fox 17 News' Peyton Muse in studio now with her story.
Now, this woman doesn't want us to use her name because she still works with kids and has regular contact with DCS. She says upper management doesn't understand what caseworkers are exactly going through. This former DCS worker says she loved the job, but came to a point where she just could not do it anymore.
DCS workers are getting up at 4 a.m., driving to 3 counties over, picking kids up at 5 o'clock in the morning, bringing them back down to their counties and having them go to school to do it all over again, then be on call at night or have to sit at the safe house or the church or whatever and watch kids.
Until recently, they were doing it for less than $40,000 a year. Add low pay to unreasonable hours and unmanageable caseloads, and this former DCS worker says you have a recipe for mistakes that hurt children.
It's not good for anybody's physical health, mental health, anything. You're expected to do all of that. And then if something bad happens, you're the one in trouble, not the people that told you to work 20 hours or demanded you to do all of that.
State Representative Gloria Johnson of Knoxville has heard it before. This week, she read a letter from a current DCS caseworker to members of the House Children and Family Affairs Subcommittee.
I'm a long-term employee with the department, and this is the worst I've ever seen it. We are an agency who is supposed to prevent neglect. However, we seem to be one that is currently causing it. Staff are emotionally and physically exhausted. We need assistance now and not weeks or months down the road. We're on a verge of collapse or some sort of disaster happening.
That worker says job expectations are unrealistic and says state leaders need to step up.
As we've learned, the issues at DCS are complex and many are trying to find those solutions. Now, some say that could be done in the form of money or caseload management, while others say that could be done in the form of leadership change.
As DCS continues to make headlines, the state hired new Commissioner Margie Quinn to turn the agency around. Now, Quinn's qualifications include extensive work fighting human trafficking and working with children. The department on the brink of collapse when she took over.
They're staying 100 days in hospitals.
Back in November, Commissioner Quinn pleaded with the state for more money as workers struggled with low pay and high caseloads. Meantime, children were forced to sleep in offices and hospitals, with the state later promising millions to fix the problem.
We haven't seen a really good history of this administration doing well with the resources that they already have. And so we are not confident that that money is actually going to go towards reducing caseloads.
But under Commissioner Quinn's leadership, we have already seen some changes. Earlier this month, she told lawmakers that children were no longer sleeping on floors in all but one county. Now, DCS also telling Fox 17 News today they're working to retain veteran caseworkers by raising their salary and putting a limit on hours worked per day. The move brought in a record number of applicants.
Do you have confidence in this new commissioner?
I think that Margie Quinn has the best intentions, and I do think that she's definitely made the situation better. The problem is that it is so incredibly damaged that I think it's going to take more than what she is able to do.
Now, State Senator Heidi Campbell says the issues are so broad and overwhelming that DCS needs to start all over.